The President of the Transitional Sovereignty Council, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Lieutenant General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, confirmed that retribution will be taken for the crimes committed by the rebel Rapid Support Militia in the city of Al-Fashir, North Darfur State. He said, "We as Sudanese people will hold these criminals accountable. We as Sudanese will avenge our people who have been subjected to injustice, and this has befallen them. The treacherous hand, the hostile hand, the hand that does not belong to the Sudanese people." He renewed the proof in his speech that the armed forces, the joint forces, the popular resistance, and the other forces are capable of achieving victory after victory and return every land that was defiled by these traitors to the homeland. President of the Transitional Sovereignty Council, General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, has affirmed Sudan's keenness to enhance and promote its relations with Turkey in a manner that serves the interest of both people and advance the fields of joint cooperation. This came during his meeting in his office with Ambassador of the Republic of Turkey to Sudan, Fatih Yildiz, where they discussed the course of bilateral relations and ways to support and develop them further. The Turkish ambassador, Fatih Yildiz, stated that the meeting covered several issues of mutual concern, noting that it also addressed the siege imposed by the rebel Rapid Support Militia on Al-Fashir city. President of the Transitional Sovereignty Council and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, affirmed the importance of Germany's role as a key country in the European Union, noting that it been one of Sudan's major supporters over the past decades. This came during his meeting at his office with the Minister of State at the German Federal Foreign Office, Ms. Sarab Guar. The meeting discussed the outcomes of her visit to Sudan, during which she met with people affected by the war. And the Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Hussein Al-Amin, said that TSC President briefed the visiting official on the developments in Sudan in light of the violations committed by the terrorist militia against the states, its institutions, and the Sudanese people. Minister of Culture, Information and Tourism, Khalid Al-Aisir, praised the courageous heroes of Al-Fashir for their steadfast defense against the 266th attack launched by the terrorist rebel militia known as the Rapid Support Forces, RSF, breaking its force and defeating its aggression. They write a new chapter in the book of Sudanese glory and heroism, the minister said. He added that Al-Fashir, the city of resilience and determination, has stood tall against the winds of treachery, proving the whole world that the will of truth cannot be defeated and that the land watered by the blood of the free will never be humiliated. The minister extended his salutation to Al-Fashir and its heroes and to all those who made their bodies shields for the nation and banners of victory. Prime Minister Professor Kamel Al-Tayyib Idris met in his office with the governor of the Hawad Integrated Development Project, Dr. Muhammad Al-Mannan, who gave a comprehensive briefing on the current status of the project and ongoing preparation to launch operations over 250,000 fedans in the first of the project's 7 sectors. The meeting discussed the launch of the model Hope Agricultural Project for Youth, covering an area 2,000 fedans to be gradually replicated across other sectors of Al-Hawad project, thereby enhancing employment opportunities and promoting modern agricultural production. Al-Mannan explained that the plan included establishing an economic zone and an agro-industrial complex, along with allocating 145,000 fedans to citizens in the first sector.
Pottery industry in Sudan is a traditional craft that relies primarily on Nile clay and is practiced in various regions of the country, particularly in the north and Darfur. This craft is characterized by its flexibility and adaptability to modern needs, combining traditional products used for storing water and food with modern utensils and decorative purposes. And pottery is considered one of the oldest industries known in Sudan. Remains of pottery have been discovered in Neolithic relics, and pottery was widespread in Sudan since early times. Sudan was the first country to produce pottery, as it is evident in the household utensils and local crafts that have been passed down, in addition to the construction of mud houses, palaces, and mosques built of mud. Pottery in the Meroitic era was distinguished by the decoration and colors inspired by the local environment, where a number of pottery vessels of various shapes and sizes were placed with the deceased in a royal tombs as well as in a common tomb. Pottery continued to be made in various parts of Sudan and used for various purposes such as cooking, collecting, preserving milk and drinking water, collecting and storing crops. Pottery is one of the oldest handcrafts in human history, relying on transforming clay into solid tools by shaping it by hand or on a potter's wheel, then firing. This industry combines particularly with the artistic expression. It's used in the production of household utensils and decorative pieces, and it is considered an important part of the cultural heritage of many peoples. But the suitable clay is collected from nature. Raw clay is shaped into the desired shapes. There are various shaping methods, including manual, and the most famous method is the use of a rotating potter's wheel, which enables the craftsman to form symmetric and balanced piece. After shaping, the pieces are left to dry completely in the air to gain the necessary hardness before firing. Then the pottery pieces are placed in special kilns that expose them to very high temperatures. This firing transforms the soft clay into a hard, durable materials. The importance of pottery is considered to be linked to history and heritage. Pottery is an essential part of the cultural heritage of many civilizations, reflecting the history of daily life and human innovations. The industry combines practical uses such as preserving food and drink with the beauty and art through distinctive shapes and decorations.
Patriotic songs represent the identity of people and the civilization because they come to people feeling talk about their suffering and arouse their sympathy and the passion for their homeland. All people have immortals, patriotic and epic songs that have become rooted in their memories and the conscience. The national chanted in school when in Jabal Marra or else, where instills a sense of pride and unity among student songs and the artist tradition. Therefore, its songs express a spirit of tolerance, love, and beauty, and the connectment of the homeland through its beautiful nature and the generosity of his family. The culture of patriotism in Darfur is manifested in local tradition that reflect the values of tolerance, love, and unity, such as national songs and the hymns that enhance the national spirit and enhance the rich heritage of region. Popular songs, especially those that come from cities like Niala, show the meaning of brotherhood, beauty, and kindness. These songs usually remind them of beautiful memories and the many stages that their homeland went through during peace and wartime. In Sudan, the patriotic songs have been present in all stages of the national struggle since ancient time, as the epic songs contribute to draw the future of the national struggle and was a loyal combination during peace and war. Therefore, has rich heritage of preference and the Renaissance folk stories and the Al-Badawi poetry that is used to all Rifati tribes and the Hars. The drum in Darfur is not just musical instrument, but a symbol of war and peace. Weekly markets such as Niala Market and the Al-Fashir Market are social and cultural space that bring together farces group. Darfur is home to the dozen of tribes that speak different language, dialects such as Al-Fur, Al-Taisha, Al-Zaqawa, and the other. This diversity has a extensive culture mix that combines the Arab and the African character. At the same time, most of people of Darfur work in agriculture and the pastoral agriculture, which reflected in their food and social culture. People foods include cabots, navigators, and the faction, often written traditional poetry. Finally, in the end, Darfur will remain proud and it is symbol elder, and the distance will remain symbol of resilience and the dignity despite the destruction and the furious attack. Darfur will return stronger and the more response, and the will of its people will triumph. Patriotic sons and the patriots will continue to ignite the passion of its children and drive them toward a brighter future.
الشباب تحت الظلال ونحن كالزهور فوق التلال تشاب للنجوم وانا ظفر الهلال عز في هواك عز